Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to episode 6, where I'll be covering strings. So, this is the most important type of the data type in Python in the whole course. So, it gets 2 videos. Here's why it matters so much. In an AI project, everything is text. The prompt you send is a string, the answer that comes back is a string. So, getting comfortable pulling strings apart is a genuine superpower. This video, part 1, is about looking inside a string, and the subsequent part will be about building them. So let's start here. So a string is just a sequence of characters, and every character has a position called index. Indexing starts from 0, not 1. So in Kurosaki, the K is position 0, the U is position 1, and so on and so on. So watch. So name bracket 0 gives me K, bracket 1 gives me U, and a neat one here is bracket -1 gives me I. So negative number count backwards from the end. So -1 is always the last character, no matter how long the string is. So let's say you want the character O here. So what we do is count 0, 1, 2, 3. Type in 3 and you get 0 here. So this is how you guys index strings. Now let's move on to slicing. So slicing is grabbing a chunk instead of one character. The syntax is start colon stop. So the one rule that trips people up is that it includes the start, but the stop is just before the stop number. So Bankai here sliced 1 to 5 give angka A and K A. So you guys count here, Bankai starts from 0, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I is index 5, but remember 1 is inclusive, 5 is exclusive. So it's from A to A. See here, see? A and K A. Now you can also leave a side blank. You can also leave a side blank. So you can see here like :3. This means that from the start up to 3. So it's like 0 to 3. Here 3 colon empty means from 3 index 3 to the end, giving KAI Kai because K is number 3. Now if you were to leave it blank, it basically just means all the way. Alright, so here's a fun shortcut. Bracket colon -1 reverses the entire string. So Ichigo backwards is OGIHCI. You don't need to understand the mechanics yet, just know that this is the reverse trick and it might come handy someday. Remember, -1 means counting from the back. So a few everyday tools here. Length. This function length tells you how many characters there are in the string. So Captain here, Toshiro, there are 7 characters. So you can just use length function to find out the number of characters in the variable. So the upper function here will turn or modify this Captain variable into all uppercase, and lower is basically the opposite to all lowercase. Yep. So now next function, dot strip function, it trims the junk off both ends. By default, it removes spaces, super common when cleaning up messy user input. So the messy Rangiku input here becomes a tidy Rangiku like this. And you can tell it what to strip. here I strip the stars off, star, 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 Jin, star, 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 and I'm just left with Jin. Now, a big one here, this is an important function, split. So it chops a string into pieces whenever it finds your separator, and it hands you back a list of those pieces. So a list is a data structure that you will learn in the future. So this dash separated roster becomes a list of 4 names. Hold that thought, because we'll learn list very soon. Okay. Last one, the in adverb. So a dead simple true false check for does this text appear inside the text? Is Ichigo in Kurosaki Ichigo? Is Aizen in full name? So it's quite intuitive. So Ichigo is literally inside full name, so of course it return true. But Aizen is not, so it return false. So notice it gives or it returns a boolean. So that ties straight back into our previous chapter. See? Alright. So that's part 1. You can now reach into any string and pull out exactly what you want. In part 2, we flip it around and learn the clean modern way to build strings, F strings. That one's a game changer, so don't skip it, and I'll see you there.